Okay guys, welcome to the start of the new type of videos, the new future of this channel. This is a crazy 2 weeks. 10 days to 2 weeks is going to be absolutely crazy. I've actually written everything down here. I'm low on battery actually, so I need to be quick. But my kind of outlay for the week is we're heavy on boxing. Really heavy on boxing, and I'll tell you about why in a minute. We're filming at least 2 projects for the streaming platform. I've got a meeting for the streaming platform in literally 19 minutes. So you guys are going to be able to see inside of that. And I'll explain the reason why afterwards. It's a very fun one. This is going to be massive for the brand. Jack, the CEO of Testosterone, he's got an event in London, so I'm going to be attending that. I might be speaking, which will be fun. I'm going to give it away here, but we're trying to set up a boxing promotion, so there's going to be a meeting and a bunch of calls about that, so that should be interesting again. Me chasing projects for the streaming platform. Sprint training, I'm definitely going to do something this week. I've got a meeting with Rob Lipset regarding a whiskey, which should be really fun. Things like beard trims, I've got some trousers being tailored. I'm going to throw little things like that in. I've got a leg day with my coach Luke. I've got a meeting with a guy called Will who wants to be a presenter. He's an actor, but he wants to be a presenter as well, so he's going to help us with Styles Make Fights for the streaming platform. So that's basically the week. So the meeting that we've got in 18 minutes, guys, it's going to be super interesting because I've been boxing a lot, and I personally think I've got pretty good. So I've booked a fight for December, and I'm absolutely buzzing about it. The reason I've chosen December is I didn't want it to be too far away, but I didn't want it to be too close where I couldn't get this done in time. But hopefully, and this is what this meeting is about in 18 minutes, is that we can put live stream capabilities on the streaming platform, and I can live stream the event if the organization that we're working with lets me, which of course, like, if they don't, it's kind of silly because at the end of the day, they could potentially pick up like an extra 30, 40,000 from the night. So we're going to try and put that together. It should be a fun one. So you're going to be able to sit in the meeting, guys. You're going to see what we talk about, how everything's done. But yeah, I've been boxing so much lately. I've boxed 3 times in 5 days. I feel good, I feel sharp, but it's starting to weigh on me today. I've got so much to do all the time. All the time. Just super busy at the moment. I've probably bitten off more than I can chew with everything that I'm trying to do. But at the same time, I love it. Like, I don't want to be one of those guys that just kind of manages to get money, and then every video is just me sat in a Lamborghini just being like, so, you know, you want to be successful. Like, I'd rather actually like show you guys day to day everything that I'm doing, me being tired, me being like, I'm going to have to do this to counteract this, me being like, shit, we've put so much money in, the money's low, I hope this works. Those kind of like stick or twist moments, those crucial moments. I don't think anybody's doing that, so that's going to be the future of this channel. I'm going to show you guys like everything that I get up to pretty much, you know, over like a 2-week span. I think every week's a bit crazy trying to film it all the time, but over like a 2-3 week span. So, you know, each video is going to be hopefully like an hour long, and it's going to have absolutely everything that, you know, you guys will need to succeed. So you'll be able to see behind the scenes and everything that I do, even the boring stuff. I won't make it like too long, but I'll show you what I'm doing in terms of the boring stuff, and I'll tell you how long that's taking. But yeah, we got that meeting in 15 minutes, so I'll try and get all set up, and yeah, you guys can sit in the meeting so we can see what's going on.
Yeah, how are you doing out there?
Yeah, all good. Just quite refreshed actually. Yeah, it's nice, and it's easy actually. It's freed up more time because I'm doing what I'd normally do, but then I just put a camera on. So you're just documenting your day, so you're like creating content without having to put any extra effort in.
Yeah, all good. I see you're even tanned and everything.
A little bit. I've lost it. I'm losing it slowly. I'm spending more time inside.
I believe you have some plans for live streaming that we want to chat about.
Yes.
So really keen to figure out how we make that happen for you and what you're looking at.
Oh, I appreciate that. So I think number one, the kind of redesign in terms of aesthetics. And just getting, you know, just ticking off the bugs. I think that's probably still the main one, because I want to walk before I can run. But as soon as that's done, I wouldn't mind having, because I just think this takes us to the stratosphere in terms of subscribers. This would be something that could just blow the platform up. So I always want to do live sports on the platform, and I feel like this is the easiest way in. It just seems too obvious to do now, and I've had a lot of meetings already about starting a boxing promotion. So I think live sports is done poorly. I think the media, the way it's done, is quite poor. I think boxing is probably the worst in the world in terms of how often there's actually a fight on, a big fight, a decent fight worth watching. I just think if you say, look, I'm having a fight, you either sign up to the platform as normal, or you pay like £5 for a one-off, you know, or maybe we could just do, you know, like £5 just for the night, just for a one-off, or $7.99, you know, just for that 1 month.
Pay-per-view,
sure. Like a pay-per-view, which is cheaper than a monthly price. Like, that's the fair way to do it. Whereas most people do like, oh, 50 quid for the pay-per-view. That's where live sports have gone wrong. I think you can almost do it as a lost leader as long as it's a subscription model, and you have other content on there, like movies and documentaries and whatever. And they can set up a camera, and we can book out like 4 seats in front, 4 seats behind, or whatever. We can just pay for all of them, and then just have the cameras and the team set up there. We could just be filming the whole thing and running it for the whole night. And then I give the venue people a little bit of money extra, because they weren't going to make that anyway. So once they see my audience, they'll be very keen for me to fight. They might even make me the main event, which would be hilarious. The platform's going to be twice as good by then. So I think the first one can be almost like a test, because we don't have to put the event on. All we have to do is live stream the event, which is the easier part of the two. And then for the second one, we could put our own event on with the money that maybe we made off the first one. And then live sports is underway.
The thing just to look at is, in terms of complexity for implementing live streaming, you know which framework you guys used?
I'm gonna have to confirm that.
For the player itself, because we can use Video.js on top of Shaka Player to make live functionality work. So, like, Chris, the thing is, look, so live streaming can be quite an undertaking, right? Like, we've done it on other projects, and it doesn't have to be hacker complicated, but it all depends on how your content player's been built, right? Like, what if they've built from the ground up? Have they built it with, like, the ability to take a streaming URL and enter that, and does it know what to do with that? Because that's really all we'll be receiving. So the big caveat here is that your partner for the event will need to create that streaming URL and provide that to us, or they need to give us the right to do it and our system can provision it.
Okay guys, so conclusion drawn. So we had the stream platform meeting regarding the live streaming for my boxing event. Went well, discussed everything we needed to discuss, sounded just as I thought it would. It's going to take a little bit more money, but with that, plus filming all the projects, plus all the staff I want to hire, you didn't see this bit because the camera ran out of battery, but we just decided, do you know what, I think it's time to get an investor. I think it's time to bring a big-time investor in. Somebody who can just, or we go and take a giant loan, a giant business loan. I think with the model that we have in place, because the platform already has 4,000 people signed up, seems to be gaining about 1,000 new people per month, which is crazy. It means that minus the lifetime members, it means that we're making about 21 grand a month off the platform already. With that being said, we could probably get a huge loan, because the platform itself in the infancy is already showing potential. So we could probably get a huge loan, which means then I get to retain 100% of the company. Or, for a much lower risk, you use somebody else's money, but I lose a percentage of the company. There's no easy answer here. There's no, this is the perfect strategy, this ticks all boxes. It's either or. It's just, it depends on what you want to go for. It's a difficult one. This kind of the decisions that I'm having to make every day at the moment, which is why I wanted to start making these vlogs for you guys, because this is real business. This is the shit you've got to struggle with day to day. You know, it's not some gold Lamborghini and, look at how I'm living, look how rich I am. This is like, you're in the trenches every single day, putting my own money in. Just yesterday I paid 10 grand towards the platform again. It's just all the time just putting it in. That could have gone on a luxurious holiday. I could have flown first class, could have posted about it all, and everyone would have been like, this guy's a baller. It's not what I want to do, so this is why I'm making these videos. You would have saw a call come in as well.
Yeah. No, that could work.
And then we can operate. Yeah. So I think that'll be better rather than just rushing it, because if you come in, just say for instance, even if I was available this Saturday, it's not going to be enough content. You're only going to cover the SMP side of things.
So that was Jay, the guy who did my SMP. We're filming 2 projects together. So we're doing Hair Loss Cure 20 ? Because it's always promised it's coming out next year, for next 5 years, whatever. So we're going to look into that, and he's going to feature in the new standards of male beauty. So that's what that call was about. We're planning the dates. That's going to be filmed on the 15th, I believe, of July. But all day I've been chasing down investors. That's what I've made my main job today, is chasing down investors, outreaching. I've already had one come back who's proper serious, wants to set up a call tomorrow, so that's good. It's the one I wanted most. Good morning, guys. I like these vlogs. They're a lot more casual. I don't have to really be ready, really sit on the camera and be like, welcome back to another video. It's quite nice. It's almost fluid, like I'm getting on my normal day. So, the game plan. I set my sister up this morning. I didn't think it was fair to record that, but I set her up this morning. She's going to start doing all the emails and the admin stuff, so that's freed me up massively. So today, I think the best thing I can do is attack the streaming platform, because what I'm doing, as I think I said in the other video, is instead of doing project by project by project, one by one, because it takes fucking forever unless you've got loads of crews, I'm just chipping away. I'm doing what I can when I can. And it seems to be the best strategy, because we've got probably like 20% of the Zeus documentary done, 10% of the fatherless generation done. We're going to have 10-20% of new standards of male beauty, hair loss cured 20, question mark. Little bits of everything. We've got an issue, which is the lifetime people have signed up. I believe some people are able to pay, but there's a lot of people who are signing up, making a profile, but they can't pay. So in theory, all of those people, we should be making, minus the lifetime guys, like 22,000 per month. That needs to be addressed today. That needs to be addressed ASAP, because at the moment, the money that's going into the platform and the projects is coming from the supplements and all the products. That needs to become self-sufficient. If it isn't self-sufficient, then we turn the egg timer on, and it only has a limited window, or the sand starts to fall, because I can't fund it forever. So you either need investment or you need it to become self-sufficient. So I'm going to give it probably 12 months to become self-sufficient. If we get investment before then, great. But after that, it'll be a guaranteed investment. Then if it's another year of me putting money in, you've got to entertain the idea of pulling the plug. But as of right now, it is self-sufficient. The team just need to fix whatever's gone wrong. Or there might be a month delay. And I also want an office. I was having a meal the other day with two friends and technically business kind of partners of mine, and a girl I'm seeing. And we were all sat there in Knightsbridge, and I was like, this is heaven. Just sat there all having a chat about business. Me and the girl I'm seeing, we were going to go and have food and stuff like that. And I was like, this is what I want my life to be. Surrounded by intelligent people who I respect, who are talking business, who aren't going to stab you in the back. You can trust them, whatever. They're not jealous of you. You get that when you're growing up. And it was a nice feeling. So I really want to be down in London. I want to be part of a team now. I want to hire at least 4 or 5 people over the next year. I want an office in London. I want to turn this into a legit, real business. What I mean by that is something that looks real. So at the moment, it's real, it's got everything it needs, but it's me sat at home working on it. I want an office with a team, organisation, like things ticking at an accelerated rate, which is what, the leap that this business has taken in this last year compared to the years before. I think that'll be 50x if we hired 4 or 5 people who are experts in their field, who have all got individual jobs and who can perform at speed. So just my sister doing the emails, that has freed me up today to, and I'm not in the gym today because I've been in the gym non-stop all this week. It's crazy. It seems like the old days. It's the first time I've got 3 meetings, to be honest. Not going to take up too much time. That's like 3 hours. Outside of that, I've got 10 hours to set up projects. That's nuts. That's a lot of time, so... And ideally, I don't even want to be doing that. What I want to be doing is on-set filming the projects, doing podcasts with people, increasing the reach of the platform, sitting down and having meetings with the team and discussing what we need to do moving forwards. This is where my brain power and energy needs to go now. I need to hire other people to do jobs that I'm not as good at, but it fits their skill set. I'm not an admin guy. I'm not a finance guy. I don't really... like that sort of stuff. I'm a creative individual. I want to be on set. I wouldn't mind doing some acting. It's like on Saturday I'm at Jack's event, the CEO of Testosterone. I believe I'm doing a speech. Buzzing. Happy to do that. Buzzing. I love speaking. So that's my forte. That's what I love doing. That's what I need to be doing more of. So that's a business lesson right there, guys. Like I said with these vlogs, what I want to turn it into is the lessons that I was giving you on these videos before. I want that to now become real life scenario videos, so you can see how they apply to something that I'm actually doing. A real life scenario, rather than in theory. What you should do is, it's like, here's what I'm doing, here's how I'm going to solve it, and this is what you guys need to do. Once you've established your business, once you've established what you do, you need to find a way to do more of it more often. So instead of trying to do everything, which in the early days I will admit is great because you get to save money. Once you're making, like we just had 150 grand a month, adds in the streaming platform money, which is the month after, but add that in if that came in, you're not shy of 200,000 per month, which is absolutely nuts. Once you get to that point, you have to hire, right? You could do that sooner. You probably should do that sooner. But for me, I was paying 80 grand a month to build the platform and other things and restocking all the products. It paid off. It was worth it. It took me down to minus. I was in my overdraft. And then I went back up again, obviously. But like, you probably wouldn't need to do that because most of your business models aren't going to be, okay, we've built a business, now we're going to build a new business in terms of stream platform, then we're going to extend on that, then we're going to do live streaming, we're going to start a boxing promotion. Like, it's a lot of work, right? But I just like to keep pushing. But it's timing. It's timing of hiring. You know, the most profitable businesses in the world are stuff like slavery, human trafficking. The reason is you don't have to pay your staff, right? Which is terrible, but it shows you something, that if you don't have to pay staff, you make a fuck ton of money. And eventually you're going to have to do that. But in the early days, the longer you can get away with it, the better, in my opinion. You know, without burning yourself out, without the business suffering and whatnot. But if you can do like 18 hours a day, 6 days per week, in your youth, like I did in your 20s, and you save as much money as possible, it will pay off. So that's my advice. But my plan for today, 3 meetings, set up a bunch of stream platform projects. Go and get a matcha latte. Let's go. That's okay. Not too bad. Yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. It's great to meet you. I appreciate the flexibility. And so I joined the fund about 6 months ago. I'm a principal on the team. Work with 4 other partners, so we're pretty lean. We're currently investing out of our 3rd fund, which is a $100 million early stage fund where we quarterly focus on seed and Series A companies. We've done a little bit of pre-seed, a little bit of B, but that's kind of our sweet spot. The smallest check we've written out of this fund is $500,000. The largest is $4.5 million. But we are thematic investors, as you probably already saw: sports, lifestyle, and gaming. So it's a long-winded way of saying I think there is definitely interest within kind of what you are going after. And I specifically spend a lot of time looking at kind of the creator side of the world for us and how it overlaps with some of our themes. So that's a little bit of the background there. We invest internationally. Have no problem with writing checks. We have written checks in the UK and other places before.
I looked at the men's lifestyle industry, and I've always seen that it's been very it's in pieces. It's segmented. There's fitness, there's lifestyle, there's you've got the new stuff that people are doing with podcasting now. You've got fashion, you've got everything. You've got entrepreneurship, but nobody's ever really brought it together under one umbrella. Content. So you could have podcasts on there, but you could have a podcast with Conor McGregor or The Rock. You know, the people that others can't actually afford. So I wanted to take it up a notch. I want to have movies on there, series, documentaries, which we've done one. I've actually got it on my laptop screen now. So that was the first 2 that we did, but we want to do series, movies, documentaries, one-off features, live sports. I want to do some gaming events as well. And then I want to build a built-in store. So I've got my own store of products already, supplements, body wash, clothing, etc., which does very well. And I want to sell that within the store because I've almost got this vision, which I can't believe Amazon haven't done yet. I find it absolutely crazy. To kind of, let's say I create my own clothing, as in a leather jacket. Let's say that leather jacket is, it's eye-catching. Every man wants to wear it. We put the right guy wearing it within a film or a series that we're doing. As you're watching it, it comes up on screen. So you can buy that like a tiny little icon in the top right corner. You can press purchase now, and then in the size that you want, you can buy it, and then you can continue watching. So what I want to build is this like internal engine where we can have our own, let's take boxing for example. We can have our own roster of boxers under our own management company. We can host our own events on the site, we can create our own products around boxing. Might be gloves, might be bags, might be gum shields, whatever it might be. And then that way you're getting paid 3 times because people are watching it. They're buying your supplements because they might need creatine for training purposes, and then they're buying your gloves, and then they're your own fighters as well. So you're getting paid off the back of that as a management fee. So I've just always had this image that I could just have one central hub for men where we can just almost do everything. And you look at somebody like DAZN that already does boxing, it's not going to work because you do one big fight and then they have nothing for 3 months. Whereas with us, you could have a big fight or a big football match or whatever it might be, big tennis match, whatever, and then for the next few months, you've actually got other content to watch. You've got documentaries, you've got series, you've got movies, you've got podcasts, you've got one-off features that we go and do, you've got biopics, you've got everything that you could possibly imagine. You've got a gaming tournament the following week. Oh, and then lo and behold, 2 months later, there's another big fight, another big boxing fight, and you can watch that. So it would be, you could do exactly what DAZN do, but you can monopolize them by taking that Amazon strategy where, they come up with a new idea and they say, we're going to do an Amazon Basics version of that product. Well, people are always going to use that one because you can shop for everything on there. So people are on there anyway. So that's the way I look at it, is the men's lifestyle industry is so segmented in its own little niches, but there's nobody who's been ambitious enough to say fashion, fitness, style, whatever it might be, entrepreneurship, gaming, whatnot, let's put it all in one place.
That's just the question that I'll have to answer within our team as we look at this. But, from a process standpoint, we meet every week. I'm going to bring this up with the team on Monday when we talk next. And just kind of get a flavor of where we're at from an interest level with something like this, and can come back to you maybe middle of next week with next steps from our side and interest levels, if that works from you. If it isn't, if it doesn't make sense, it's not because we don't see something big here. It's purely because of stage, where you're at. Maybe is it more of an angel type investment right now until it gets a little bit more commercialized? I just don't know the answer to that as we speak right now, but it's an area that we are very interested in, especially with highly curated ecosystems, and the one that you are in is to your point, a very monetizable, loyal audience that we like.
Alright guys, busy, so we've just sent out all the emails. I sent out some really good ones. I'll continue when I get back. I've just got a meeting now. This should be fun. We're going to talk about doing Styles Make Fights, which he's perfect for because he's actually a boxer. So I'm going to go and meet him now.
Yeah, cottage pie. Get out of here. Even just like visiting local landmarks and stuff like that. Just go to Amsterdam. We have do the things that are introduced to Amsterdam. Not the red light district. Maybe the red light district. So we could fit it in. Yeah, we can do it. People wouldn't want to know about it. Yeah. What you're doing around the comedy aspect to something serious, then it breaks up. If you watch Dana White fight, I'll send it to you on YouTube. That's not sharp in. So what you used to do.
So I'm currently in the bath, which is kind of weird. It is around about 4 or 5 p.m. But I just needed to think. I was in a hotel the other day where the bath was big enough for me to fit fully let down, so this sucks. But I just needed to sit and think about business plans. Tom Ford used to do this, so I just needed somewhere, and it's raining, so I didn't want to go for a walk. So the dilemma I have, and this is life of an entrepreneur 101, but the dilemma I have, my supplements and everything that I sell in that part of the business generates X amount of money. I want to stop saying figures, but because I just think it's precocious. I don't think it's very gentlemanlike. But it generates a certain number of money, a certain amount of money, should I say, and the streaming platform within a month is already generating probably the same amount of money, if not around about half to about the same. So it's pretty crazy. So the streaming platform is obviously where I need to be spending my time. But I don't want to drop YouTube.
And car coach is at the very front of the train at present.
Right guys, I have to be a little bit quiet because we're in first class, but we're shooting down to London now. We're going to go and join in with Jack's event. I'm buzzing, I can't wait. I think it's going to be a great event. Hopefully you can hear me here. If not, I'll put in subtitles. Nearly missed the train. I was about 5 minutes away from missing it, so I'm going to wrap this up now. Like I said, I'm in first class. I don't want to be talking and people are trying to relax, so I'll see you in London. I'll see you on the other side. Right guys, I'm in London, just got off the train, gonna grab an Uber, go down to see the Jackie boy and everybody at the event. Probably try and grab some food in between that if I can. If I can't, I'll get it afterwards. We're going for steak, so it should be okay, but yeah, jumping in the Uber now.
Maybe the way it's spiced is a little bit different when it's Polish, but generally speaking, it's more or less the same that everybody else eats.
What do? You barbecue it?
We'll answer.
This is like a suspicious documentary.
Okay.
You're like you got your face
food.
blurred out. Yeah, yeah.
Secret story.
Secret recipes. Okay guys, so we just finished Jack's event. It was unbelievable, really enjoyed it. Speaking to some great guys, got some, I assume we got some amazing content. You know, a lot of speeches were fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, so glad I went. People gave me some gifts as well, which I thought was really, really sweet, so that's nice of people. But I've just checked into the hotel room now. We're in St. Paul's. They've got a rooftop bar. They've got a bar on the bottom floor, which looked incredible, which I didn't really know about. I just saw it on the way up. But you guys should definitely sign up to Jack's group. Some of the discussions were unbelievable. Hopefully I can release some footage for you guys. But yeah, I think you'll see. You'll really see. It's just nice to be part of these brotherhoods, these men's groups, you know, so yeah. Right guys, so a little bit of a problem, but once it's solved, it's going to be a massive benefit. I kindly had a subscriber, or at least a community member, message me today, and he said, hey mate, just in case you don't know, it looks like the stream platform is down. I haven't been able to sign in for like a week due to a network error. I was able to sign in previously and assumed that it was just on my end. But I looked at the comments on your most recent video and it looks like a few people are having this issue. I had this issue as well. So this issue came up with me around about 2-3 weeks ago. I couldn't log in. They had to re-add me to the platform. I think it's just an early error or something. I'm not sure, but I'm back into the platform now and we've had so many issues so far. Like the launch has been a bit of a mess. I'm actually a little bit disappointed. Maybe this is normal with tech companies. Maybe it's because I haven't got a giant budget. I don't know, but it seems like a little bit of a mess. So just starting to get annoyed for the first time at the moment because, and look, I'm not blaming you guys at all, but I'm the only person that you know. You don't know the team. You can't contact anybody else. So I get all the shit directed at me, which is, you know, that's what you get when you own the company, right? But it's just kind of annoying that there's loads of bugs and I'm like, but wait, like I've paid the money, I've done my bit, but I guess that's what happens when you own the company. You got to take liability. You can't shy away, right? So the good news is I'm adding everybody now. So I paid somebody to do it, but they're a little bit busy and they're doing it on the weekends and I was like, I just want to do it now. It's cold today. I'm just going to work for hours and hours and hours. I'm going to get it all done now. So I'm going to add 4,500 people, which is going to take a while in blocks of 25. You know, it might take like 4 or 5 hours or so, but then what I'm going to do is try and I'm going to send that to the team. I'm going to get them to delete everybody, but then put it into categories of like, do you know what? I should do that now, actually. I should put it all into categories before I begin. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I should put it all into categories so that when they re-invite everybody, they know exactly what they've already paid for and what they should be signed up for. It's going to take a little bit longer, but it will save us a massive headache moving forward. I can see that being a problem otherwise. Right, guys, so a bunch of problems have been sorted. All the emails have been answered, which is great. We're about to delete, so we've got people in segments. So the team actually said, look, we've got all the filters, we can do it for you, so it didn't take me hours. Wasted a bit of time trying it out in the first place, but they've put it all into filters. They've got the lifetime people, they've got the completely inactive people, they've got everybody that we need ready to go. So what they're going to do is delete everybody that needs deleting, and then I can re-invite them via MailChimp. So, you know, hopefully that leads to, like I said, I added it up, it's about £32,000 that we're leaving on the table. So if that leads to 32,000, I got to be honest with you, there's nothing stopping us going straight down to London, because like I'm in London tonight. We're filming the project again tomorrow, 2 actually. It's costing, like, to get down there and everything, and all the travelling or whatever, like, I'm probably wasting like £300-400 just getting to London. So it's like, if I'm doing that once a week, I might as well be paying rent there. I might as well get an office. I might as well hire the team down there. It'll make it all easier for me, and we can film more often. So I will put the whole 32,000 back in. You know, at the moment, we're on course to release 10 new projects for September. If that 32,000 comes in, we can do it even quicker. We can get it by the end of August, because we can have potentially 2 teams or a full-time team. So it seems to be moving. It seems to be great. And look, the weather's shocking. You probably see how grey it is in here. I don't want to turn it around because I might lose focus. It might work, actually. Let's have a look. So you can see, right, the weather is absolutely atrocious. This camera's so much heavier than my old one. I gave my old one away for free to somebody at the gym, actually. They said they wanted to start doing this sort of stuff. So, you know, I just thought in the early days, if somebody had done that to me, it would have helped massively. So why not, right? But yeah, everything's sort of in place. Everything's moving forward pretty well. Because the weather's shit. Like, I'm able to work non-stop at the moment, so I'm trying to make the most of this before we get another heat wave, because it is mid-July right now, and I had a winter coat on this morning, so that's how cold it is, which I love. I'm sorry, I'm the only person who loves it, but it's great for work. But we're filming Saturday, as in tomorrow. I'm going down tonight. I'm staying in Fulham. A real nice place, so I'll get some footage for you guys. And then we're filming again on Wednesday. And me and How the Beast are chatting about doing 2 potential projects in Marbella as well. So it might be another trip out there, but I might wait and do that around about September time, because I think it'll be manic in July. So there's 2 projects the week after that as well. Probably one with Will, one that I'm going to be hosting as well. We're on course. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have 12 projects by September, 30 by Christmas. Go mainstream. My aim is to be making around about 80 to 100 grand a month from the platform by Christmas. So we're on course. I saw some people say the stream platform, the failure of the stream platform. Like, guys, it's only been live for like 4 weeks. And it's not a failure. It's been great. We've launched 2 projects. We've done everything we said we were going to do. We just, you know, iron out the bugs. If it takes 5 weeks and every bug is fixed on the initial launch, then I think that's a pretty good fucking launch. Especially if we're making 32 grand a month already. That's pretty fucking good. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to do a little bit more work. I'm going to chase some more projects now, sitting here so I can make some notes and really figure out, because what I've been doing, instead of just blasting out emails and sitting at my desk and getting drained, I've been sitting there and just strategizing and being like, who's the best person to contact? And then almost doing a sniper approach where I go after like 10 people, and then I move on and I start thinking, you know, about other tasks that I can do that day. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to find the best 10 people to contact. And try and finish off a lot of these projects. The Zeus one needs some more work. That's a hard one to do. Really hard one to do. But the problem in this era is a lot of people don't reply to their emails. They come back like 3 weeks later. Oh, sorry, I was busy. And it's, you know, it slows everything down. But it is what it is. So we'll see, guys. But that's my task now. So I'm going to crack on with it. Right, guys. So I just got stuck into a really good project. So it's Hair Loss Cure 20 ? To find out when there's a possible cure. If you even need it, you know, is it just low confidence? What's the future looking like? All these different areas, and I've made a serious dent. It's one of those projects where, you know, it kind of speaks for itself. It's like if we've got a starting point, we've got, you know, a lead on, and then we've got, if not this, then that, and if not that, then this. And then a conclusion that can be drawn. It's literally perfect. And I sent out a bunch of emails to some seriously good people, good companies. We're doing an interview Saturday and an interview Wednesday, and two Saturday actually. So I think this could be the next one that comes out. I think this will come together very, very quickly. So I might give it a serious push. But yeah, very productive day. So now I think I've got to. I think I'm going to drive. I'm going to drive down to London. Driving's probably not a good idea because it's just on the way back. On the way back, I hate waiting for trains and whatever. I just want to jump in the car and go. So, yeah, I'm gonna drive. Fuck it. And at least then I don't have to carry all my shit. It's just easier. I think I'm gonna drive. I think it'll be a lot easier. I'll figure it out. But yeah, gonna drive down to London. Meet Alex. We're in a really nice place in Fulham, so I might do some footage while I'm there, guys. I might, you know, show some footage of us kind of just behind the scenes, whatnot. And then I'll film loads of behind the scenes tomorrow as well while Alex is filming, which should be really, really cool. Okay guys, so I'm in London, we're in the place, as you can see, really nice place. We've met up with Alex, we're going to shoot down now to go and film the project. We're off to Chiswick where I got my SMP done with Jay. We're going to be driving over there now.
What charity is like, maybe people who don't have money, something like that. Okay, so get comfortable, bro. I'm not going to put my foot on it, it's just my little cups. And then, yeah, so I'm leaving. So I think it's...
We see it in our industry now, it's one thing I'm getting really annoyed about, is everyone gets a bit of money and they go and buy a Lamborghini or a 50 grand watch or whatever. And I'm like, how many of you have retired your mum? How many of you paid off your parents' mortgage?
Treatment. And I'm nothing on top. My confidence levels were very low.
Guys, so we're going into the second interview now, upstairs in the other room. This is a hair transplant doctor. All good?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought was the other one. So we've got 3 men in this room who have had SMP, and there's only 4 people in this room. That's quite a high percentage, obviously 75% of the room.
Okay.
And how the industry is kind of evolving, it's becoming more acceptable, you know, it's less taboo and whatnot. Where do you think the future goes? Do we take it too far?
And I think like hair concealers, I mean, I remember using my first hair concealer. I remember Topic, it first came out like when I was like 23 years old. Yeah, they were the first commercial hair.
Alright guys, we're all wrapped up. It's all good, focus is good. We're all wrapped up, so we're gonna go and get some food now. We've been told there's a beautiful Lebanese place down the road. I also know a cafe that I went to when I got my SMP, so gonna go and check it out, get some food. That'll be the wrap, and then we're gonna drive home. So it's quite a quick drive for me from here, just under 2 hours I think. It's a direct route. Traffic's probably gonna be pretty bad, but we should be back in Cheltenham tonight. Oh, we are back guys, what a trip. I'm pretty out of breath. Literally just walked through the door. It's not some fake shit, literally just walked through the door. House is pretty clean, not bad. It's usually a mess when I get back. I didn't stay in London this time. I just did a day there. We're back down on Wednesday, so I just thought it's a lot of days out of the house, do you know what I mean? I'm out of breath because I just ran up the stairs. It's a lot of days out of the house. You're doing, you know, 2 in London, 2 back home, 2 in London. Like, it's tough, man. So I definitely have to move to London. It's definitely the idea. But today was amazing. Today was absolutely amazing. We ticked so many different boxes. Looking forward to seeing how that one turns out. It's gonna be a really good documentary. We've definitely got 6 underway at the moment. 6 or 7 documentaries underway. So yeah, it's long term, but it's going to be incredible. Right then guys, another day, we're filming again. It is the Wednesday now. I'm just in my car, we're shooting down to London. We're going to go to Jay's place. He's kindly allowed us to use his place as a location to shoot for the Bold Cafe interview, so that saved me about £400. So that's very great. I'm very grateful for that. That's very kind of him. That frees up a lot. Had a few great messages, yesterday, like I said, from a bare knuckle guy and a bare knuckle fighting organisation. They want me to call them today and tomorrow, so that's going to set that one up quite well. I've kind of spoke to Will, and his bicep is torn. He said he can't hold anything for like 3 months, which is, or something around that limit, which is, that's quite tough for him, because he won't be able to get involved in like the fighting stuff. But we'll put him in another documentary, Fatherless Generation or something, so that's not a problem. But it might hold fight styles up, or maybe I do the first one bare knuckle. I'm happy to get punched in the face. So we also had a great email from a guy I met in Marbella. He was the best public speaker I've ever seen. His name's Jesse. He does property, and we're looking at doing a show, because people always ask me, where should I put my money? I've got 30 grand, what should I do with it? So I figured we can make a show called "What Should I Do with my or Where Should I Invest My Money?" or investment opportunities. And the first episode we're going to do is property in Marbella, so that's going to be pretty fun. We're going back out there. It'll allow me to chat to Rob about the whiskey too. But right now I got to go. I've got limited time, so I need to shoot down to London.
You would if you were chatting to someone who's sort of sitting around here.
How many interviews did you say you've done?
Mate, it's got to be 300 published.
I bet you feel really comfortable now doing.
Yeah, so I feel that's why I want to do the next step.
You just need to like rechange your life.
Well, I actually had an experience a bit like that.
Right, guys, we are back. We're in our final day of this vlog. We've got a leg session with our coach next, Luke. Well, he's not our coach. He's my coach. Don't try and steal my coach. So we're going to go and train legs now, and then when I get back I've got an important meeting to do regarding the stream platform, and this is the thing that I've been worried about in this vlog. This is the part that will have it all wrapped up, so hopefully as of today that'll be finished.
Six, good bro. We've got 4 more.
Something out for you. So yeah, thanks for taking my call. I think the main thing that I want to speak to you about is obviously the users that we have to delete and get back onto the platform.
Yeah.
Essentially what the platform is built to do is to take those people back to the place where they basically left off. So if you had not yet purchased the subscription, it's technically supposed to take you back to the subscription page.
So to recap, that means that it's been fixed now, so anybody who signs up now will be able to get onto the platform. Is that correct?
Yeah, essentially it's an extra frustration there to the process.
Yeah, it's just been a few in a row where people are like, I've tried to log in, I can't do this, I can't do that. Like theoretically, with the number of users we got, it should be about 30 grand a month. Now, I think a lot of people will subscribe, watch the 2 pieces of content, and then unsubscribe for the following month because there's not enough. But at the end of the day, that's still 30 grand that's coming in. So,
but in terms of like new people signing up, nothing is blocking new people. I went through the active list again today, and there's a bunch of monthly, lifelong, annual. So like people are able to sign up with different subscriptions at this point.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's like 3,000 plus people.
So in theory, if somebody, like you said, if we run a test, then we'll know for definite. I think if we did 3 to 5 people, because then that's manageable. Like if they get pissed off, that's manageable. We can, worst case scenario, let's do 5 people. If it doesn't work and it messes their thing up, I'll give them a free lifetime membership. Because they tried to sign up for either lifetime, yearly, so annual or monthly. And they said that when they ticked one of the options, it just went to a loading screen or back to settings. So in theory, none of them have paid and none of them have selected a package yet. They've just built an account, which is why we're not getting paid. Here's the thing, we do one of 2 things. We either put all of those people who are inactive into a separate email, which I think we've already got, haven't we? I think I'm looking at the list now. I think we've got inactive or inactive lifelong or lifetime people. We just need to get them signed up no matter what.
I can't make any promises, but I'm aiming for it.
Yeah. No, that's good enough.
I can't say for certain that it'll be done. So please don't take my
no,
word
I
on
get,
that.
I get you. Yeah.
I know that I'm pushing hard for that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, I'll let you shoot off.
Cool.
Thank you so much.